Welcome to Trial and/or Error. Probably lots of errors. How's everybody doing tonight? Time for shit to really go down. Probably. I just kind of assume that there may be things that happen. Do I even have any skills that aren't equipped yet? There's that one. I don't so much care about that. Okay, so there's two that I can't afford. Yep, there sure are two that I can't afford. And let me just, No, I don't need to examine no truth bullets. Who do you think I am, game? Who do I think I am? Some kind of amateur?
Begin with a basic explanation of the class trait in aisle.
It's Kyoko.
Okay, well, I skipped some important things that may or may not actually be important.
But she has legs and stuff.
Ghosts can have
that's
legs.
just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Ghosts don't have technology.
How much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Has he already exceeded it in the first 2 minutes of the trial?
To prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Because she wants to.
And would you happen to know the answer?
I know the answer.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
The corpse also doesn't have scars on her
I'm
hands.
not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Also, I don't think she had gloves on, like, before she exploded. Also, I feel like Kyoko could just slap Hiro in the face. That would probably prove that she's, like, of this world. Okay, what do we got?
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay.
Impossible.
Prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The
Okay.
dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Thank you, Byakuya. Thank you for being the voice of relative reason throughout this first little section.
Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
Oh, come on!
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Let's try again.
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves.
No! You
The
bit!
corpse is absolutely
This entire discussion
Game.
is idiotic.
Game, I'm really sick of your shit.
that Kyoko. Okay, then prove it.
It's been 5 minutes,
Then
and
she
I'm
was wearing
already
gloves before the-
so sick of your shit, game.
Well, yeah.
Fuck you.
It's wrong.
Right? Right, Eric?
No, there's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Probably.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
King bad.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Can't disagree with you there.
No women, it's you.
Can't disagree with you there.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
God, those
And that's
curtains
that.
look awful.
The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Hiro, you hurt
That's the
me.
first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
That's a very valid reason to be here, Soul. Always come for the jams, stay for the murder. Because Hiro.
Kyoko really is still alive.
She is.
Then who died?
Your last brain cell.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
How did that miss? Well, yes, it's clearly Murkrow.
Kyoko really...
Then who died?
It's gotta be... I don't think so. And there wasn't any description...
No!
Body.
There we go. Okay, got that just in time.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
Miss!
Lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
I'm sure I will anyway. This is the Danganronpa
Unusual
series.
death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Toko, stop.
Seriously? We really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
Da. That means I have to find it. I guess it's this.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
Oh my god, are we hangmanning? I know what it is. It's a hole! That was the most pointless Hangman's Gambit! The most pointless one so far! I filled in 2
The
letters!
representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
God.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
Yeah!
A wolf tattoo. Then that
Toko did a
means-
good.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of
Big
a wolf,
monster!
which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Murkrow.
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Apparently not.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
I mean, apparently that's what she's called, according to Kyoko.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Did she,
Who
though?
was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Or what,
Fine.
you're gonna just force us to
Uncovering
vote?
The identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now
That's
then,
probably wise.
just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
It wasn't me.
Get a hold of yourself.
Wasn't
We've
me.
already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Ah yes, it's Toko and also Toko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right.
The
four of us
Gaim.
were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
I was asleep.
exactly so.
Just throwing that out there. I was asleep. Well, yes, and Murkrow, but she's very dead.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
I was asleep.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Objection!
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Except it wasn't Toko, it was Genocide Jill.
I got it!
So Toko doesn't know these
The
things.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
He was sleep sick, yes. Also, I apologize if you can, like, hear the fan I have going in the background, but it's really hot and I need it. So,
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi
you
after
don't
10
hear it.
o'clock.
That's surprising, but also yay.
I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The game is afoot. Also, I lost the game. Well, I feel like we can probably do that. I think. Well, we've got the right truth bullet that I was thinking of.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
It's
Yeah,
true.
From 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Yep.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Theoretically, yep.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
As it turns out, I have some. I have several. Yes, I'm aware.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Whoops.
It took place somewhere between 10 and 9 o'clock. Yep. And
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Ha-boing! Ha-boingus?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Ha-boingus? There we go, okay.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on! I remember this part perfectly.
Perfectly.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Yeah, that's because we tossed
Sorry,
water
Toko,
onto it.
But you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words!
Nobody but you said that.
I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What are you?
You're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Because it wasn't. Because I threw water on it. Ah yes, shoot evidence at her. Out of your evidence gun.